Gaming Morning Show continues. Thank you for hanging out with us on this Friday, October 1st, 2021. And we are very excited to have senior editor from Slate, Allegra Frank, join us on the show. Good moron to you, Allegra. How are you?
Good moron.
Good moron. It's a top of the moron to you. It's a
That feels appropriate for this very long week, to be honest.
Well, I am sorry that it's been so long, but I am thankful that you take the time to spend with us. And it's interesting because we really hoped that our friend LookItsMikeO would be able to stay on to host the show, because it was like a week ago that MikeO texts me in the GMS chat and goes, "We have to make Mario the topic of the day. I am so frustrated that Chris Pratt was cast as Mario." And then I find your article about trying to investigate whether Chris Pratt has actually ever played a Mario game, which is hilarious to me. So let's go with this. You kind of chase down the evidence, Charlie Day style. What did you find out in your investigation?
Right, this is my Pepe Sylvia, trying to find out if he's ever owned a Nintendo console. Yeah, so, I was like, I listened to his Instagram video. Chris Pratt, the day after the Nintendo Direct, had a little Instagram video in which he expressed his gratitude and excitement. And his syntax was strange in that he suggested he had always dreamed of playing Mario Brothers as a kid who never had quarters for the arcade, which struck me as strange because at this point, Chris Pratt's not that old. Like, it was pretty ubiquitous. Like, most people had NESs. He probably could have had a chance to play it, but I wanted to know for sure. So I did a lot of Googling, went on a lot of Reddits, went on YouTube, watched some interviews, and I found that he has spoken abstractly about gaming. And he's done some voice acting for gaming, specifically for movie adaptations like the Lego movie games. But for the most part, he's never been very specific about owning a console, playing any game, or loving any game or franchise. The one thing I found that suggested that perhaps Chris Pratt is more than just a spokesperson for whatever will pay him, whether it be a game or a movie or whatnot, was a photo from 2004, young Chris Pratt making the web slinging kind of hand gesture and holding a copy of Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 2, which of course could have been, advertising, but I was unable to find any context for this photo. It's become this thing beloved on Reddit of just this strange photo of Chris Pratt holding a game that people really like from the era in which it was released. So to me, I'm like, okay, Spider-Man 2 obviously is not some niche title, but it is I would believe that maybe he's played it. Maybe he liked it. Maybe he at least owned a PlayStation 2, which doesn't tell me at all that he's played Mario, because that's literally, you can't play Mario on a PlayStation 2. But perhaps he has at least owned a video game console. But the jury remains out.
Yeah, I mean, I love that part where you're sitting there, like, the syntax is kind of what tipped you off. And then you go down this deep dive rabbit hole. And I agree with you. Like, we're going to find out that Chris Pratt, is a speedrunner of Mario Brothers or something down the road, right? Like, that's going to end up happening. But right now, I'm skeptical if Chris Pratt has ever played a Mario game. And like I said, this all came out, and you said this on your Twitter too, like, when the casting was announced, like, people are going to react positively to this. So what is your opinion on the Mario movie cast? Are you kind of in? Are you out? Some good, some bad? Describe that.
I mean, at the moment, I was aghast and I was laughing my head off, as everyone else was, at just how absurd this seemed. It just seemed like rolling a dice and like coming up with very random Hollywood, not even totally A-listers. No offense to my beloved Charlie Day or anything. It just was like, why is Charlie Day Luigi? Who decided that? Why is Anya Taylor-Joy here? Like, it just felt really not considered at all. But I was loving it just for the absurdity of it. But as I've had time to think more on it, I kind of like the idea of Charlie Day as Luigi, sort of a Charlie from It's Always Sunny type, uh, being very over the top, very dumb, uh, just the annoying hanger on that's lovable anyway. Maybe that's the new turn that we need for Luigi. And I can kind of see Jack Black as Bowser. I think that could be fun. I could be into that. So I'm starting to come around to it a bit more. Although I would say on slate.com we have a lovely freelance piece up about the real casting we deserve, which is far heavily far more in the realm of actual Italians cast, which I know was something a lot of people were ironically complaining about. Who knows? Who knows how serious they were?
Allegra Frank, our guest on Gaming Morning Show. Nintendo Nerds just hopped in and said, love Allegra's work, so glad she could be a guest. We are too, of course. And I was able to read some of your other stuff that you have on your link through Slate, all the stories that you've written. And our friend Kim Chica was set to play Sable yesterday on Kim Chica's stream, had to postpone it because it was one of our other friends' birthday, so going to do it on Sunday. And you had a Q&A with Michelle Zauner, who apparently made the music for Sable. Give us an anecdote about that conversation, if you would.
Yeah, it's actually cool because we've talked before. I interviewed her twice when I was at Polygon a few years back. First, about her browser game that she collaborated on based off her album Soft Sounds from Another Planet called Japanese Break Quest. Breck Quest. Um, so we had spoken then. I had done a little piece on it. And she told me when we talked again a few months later, after it was announced that she would be making the music for Sable, which at the time was just sort of a teaser trailer shown at, some event that people got excited about. And she said, "Hey, yeah, actually, the developers saw that interview we did together where we talked about how much I love video games, how much I'd love to work on them. And they said, based off that Polygon interview, would you be interested in working on our game? So thank you for indirectly getting me this job." And I certainly don't want to take any credit for getting Japanese Breakfast to score Sable, but hey, she said it. I have it on the record that she told me it's all thanks to me. So
What a
give me
neat...
a special thanks.
Yeah, I was going to say, what a neat compliment for sure. Oh my gosh. You discovered Michelle.
Yes, I was the one who discovered her for the world. It was totally not on her and her immense talent and beautiful music and great writing. It was all me.
You can follow Allegra Legs Frank on Twitter. We really appreciate your time today. It is apparently World Smile Day. Are you good at smiling on camera?
No, I hate my teeth. I really hate my teeth, and I don't like to smile in general, regardless of the teeth, but especially smiling with teeth. I'm like, ugh, I don't want people looking at them. And I have my good side. And if I'm not on my good side, then it's just a wash. I do not smile.
Yeah.
But I'm smiling right now talking about this.
I'm trying. This is my TV smile, but for some reason it just hurts my face. So I'm with you there. I'm not very good at it. Allegra Frank, thank you for your time today. We really appreciate it. We'll check out more of your stuff on Slate.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for the time. That's Allegra Frank joining us on the show. I'm happy, Nintendo. Thank you for the compliment. And KJ said thanks for joining us, Allegra, on the show. I'm happy that you're very familiar with Allegra's work because I enjoyed... This is, again, my strength, if anything, in the world of traditional medias. I'm not a good writer, nor do I enjoy writing. I have one skill, which is being able to navigate, conversation by talking into a microphone. But I do love my natural curiosity. And so being able to go kind of down the list, as I mentioned, and reading some of the things that Allegra has written in, the few recent weeks, like, that was super fun. And to find out that y'all are actually fans of Allegra, because I didn't know Allegra prior to today. Someone I'm excited to follow on Twitter going forward. So that was